Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. What I do for you. I got a nice little life lesson, but these the ones y'all ain't gonna tune into, so I'm gonna take a hit for this one, but it's a life lesson that I got to teach, so let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. All my mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this. Let's get together and ask the question, do you know you? You will when I get through, because that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye be true. Right thinkers, let's get into a philosophical concept that's, again, one of mine, so it's personal. Right thinkers, let's talk about mastering self-discipline is the only way to reach sagehood or self-mastery. Okay? I got the title Sage because of how I do what I do. That's teaching you to what? Master you. That's what sages do. So that's why I fit the title. I'm going to say, no, I just do what I do. And that's the title that they give me for doing that. So let's go. I want you also to be a sage or a saint. What's the difference between a sage and a saint? Right quick. Me being one and me knowing one. A saint is the good guy. Always been good. Never deviated. Sage is the one took a few turns and went the long way around and got a few lessons in life that the saint didn't have to go through. So he made his road a little easier. My road was rough. But when I got to the top of my road, after all that work I put in, who do I see? My dude, the saint. So that's why I got respect for saints. Now they put them together. Saints lead congregation. Sage lead anybody. He called me an evangelist. I don't care. I just teach. Where you at? How we at? I'm teaching. All right, let's go. I have a philosophy that works for anybody, so I'm not pick and choose. Self, anything. First of all, when you're dealing with self, that means you, moi. Self, anything means exactly that. You, the individual. You are an individual event dual. You got a dual essence. Physical and spiritual. Once you come to understand that, once you realize that, that's my point, to get you to know you so you can deal with you the best you can. And what happened? You have to what? Do whatever needed to be done for you. It's self-effort. You reap what you sow. The best effort you give, the best results you get out. The less effort you give, the less effort you get out. See how that goes? So understand that. Move on. I ain't got time to go back and forth. The number one rule in life, what? Self-preservation. That means take care of you. Once you master that, then you can do other things to help other people. But if you ain't got you together, stop trying to tell somebody what to do and how to do it, please. That's just annoying, first of all. But when you get it, you give it to them. You ain't got it, you still working. So stay there. Number one rule, self-preservation. That means look out for number one or you end up in number two. We know what that is. So in life, my right thinking philosophy is all about the self. AKA your goal is to what? Know who you are. spiritually, consciously, physically, they gave you a name, yeah, whatever. Okay, you can do what you want with that, but to know thyself, that's the God that's in you. I keep telling y'all that, and moving on. I ain't gonna stop. I called it, my concept was spiritual discipline. I'm God conscious. I'm thinking God first. This is being God conscious. What? Doing what's right. When daily, I live to do what's right. I used to love to do what I wanted to do, what made me feel good, whatever I thought I wanted, be it money, all that stuff. You get that, but in the returns on that, no kickback. So that's it, okay? But excuse me, when you serve your higher self, I know why all the religious people, I got no, just understand, when they get engulfed with their belief and they living it and they getting results of it, they gonna continue to do. My dude been doing it since he was 15. If it wasn't good, I know the brother, he's a lot smarter. So yeah, but what he figured out is, I got to live it. If I got to teach it, if I'm learning it, I got to live it. And that's why I follow him. Why? He's living what he practicing, what he preach. If I'm gonna follow somebody, that's what I'm gonna follow. That's all. Okay, moving on. And again, what I call it, spiritual discipline, whatever religious people call it, prayed up, Christ conscious, being anointed, whatever it is. But when you do it, you live it, you got the right to call it whatever you want. But it's all about self. You got the determination. You make the determination of that. Without self-discipline and knowledge of self, woo, buddy, you will never be your best self. Why you holding your own self back? Your ego self gonna keep you right here. He ain't gonna elevate. He gonna keep you right here. He gonna give you all the pleasures, all the stuff to keep what? Keep you right here reincarnated. That's why. So it's a different concept or philosophy. Moving on. But it takes self-discipline in order for you to be what? Your best self. How do you do that? Practice my right thinking philosophy. When? Daily. That's what I did. I'm still doing it. I'm making a way of life, okay? So religion is meant to be practiced. I get that. So right thinking philosophy also meant to be practiced. You just study more and practice what? Daily. Ain't no days off. What? Nuh-uh. Not when you want to. No, daily. All right? Without knowledge of self, a lot of us are just that, don't have self-knowledge. We know how far the sun is, the moon, all that, but don't know who the hell we are. That's useless information. Get self-knowledge. That's valuable information. Please. And you will never know your higher self if you worry about a whole bunch of stuff except you. That's Haru. Who's Haru? Spirit in you. Y'all call him Jesus Christ. Same thing. Same concept. Moving on. I ain't going to that again. But again, in life, if you have no self-discipline, no self-control, what happens? Imagine a child with no supervision. That's the ego of most people, because it just runs wild and they gonna do whatever ego leads them to do. But when there's no self-discipline in this game of life, you will never win in the end. Why? You don't know the rules. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And a blind squirrel get a nut every now and then, but he ain't winning. Okay, no. Holding yourself what? Accountable. Not just to get the information, the knowledge of self, but you have to manifest it for yourself. That's how you make it true. Manifestation from a thought to a feeling to manifestation. That's how it's done. And when you do that, whatever religion you follow, whatever belief system you follow or practice, if you do that, it works. That's what I know. So I don't have no disrespect for nobody's belief system. Understand that. I just call you out on what I know about it. Simple as that. I'm going to always do that. All right, but watch this. But without self-discipline, if you don't hold yourself accountable to get the knowledge of self, how you gonna get it? How you gonna get self? How you gonna take care of self? You wait for something? No, that ain't gonna happen. You got to put the work in. I call it grind. Grinding is putting the work in every day. It don't stop. You grinding, getting knowledge from the cradle to the grave. I study, I practice, I live, I do what I need to do. When daily. That's my life. That's how I live. Moving on. Okay, it sounds a little strange, but I don't care what it sounds like. Okay, but If you aspire, the right thing is, or you want to be your best self, that takes work. Okay? It will never happen if you don't put the work in. You can want, think, hope, pray, and wish, but without the work, it means nothing. Y'all say prayer without works. If you praying to God, oh God, and you ain't doing nothing, neither is God. Okay, remember the bank of God. You got to put something in to get something out. All right? Self-mastery. That's the end result of years of daily practice of what? Self-discipline. It leads to self-mastery. And self-mastery come when what? When you master self-discipline. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's right thing philosophy. The goal is to get you to master yourself. By what? Hold yourself accountable, practice the philosophy, and put it to use to manifest it. And now it takes on a whole new life for yourself. You put it to use. Now you manifest whatever you want. Okay? You can have whatever you like philosophically and spiritually. Why? Because when you get spiritual, now it ain't about material things. That's why. All right? Again, we're dealing with self-discipline. And self-discipline, so first of all, my self-mastery wasn't complete until when? Until I mastered what? My discipline, my flaws, is error, my emotions. All those are things that you have to get a grip on. You can't do good this week and don't do the bad things or do negative things, but then next week just fall apart. No, that's not, it's got to be consistent. Why? Once they become a way of life, you don't have to worry about falling off. Well, I got weak. If you make excuses not to do what you're supposed to do, you're not going to win. Excuses for losers. And losers usually quit. Why? Well, I couldn't get it. Well, I overslept. But see, if you don't make it your point to put in your work, to be your best self, it won't happen. That's the problem right there. It's all about you. It's self. Again, it's self. Self, again, discipline is what? Self-discipline has to be mastered. You have to get a grip on all your negative, your character flaws that you know of yourself. You work them out. That's self-mastery. And you do this when? Daily. You practice every day. Until what? Till you master it. Till it becomes muscle memory to you. How you walk, how you talk, how you act. That becomes a way of life. And it be recognized too. Trust me, they see it. Self-discipline, again. Self-discipline is what leads to what? Self-mastery. Well, that's how it works for me. That's what I can tell you. I can only tell you what I know from my experience. I start disciplining myself, holding myself accountable, knowing my, and start just, okay, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to take care of it. And men, ain't nothing worse than you got a woman and you be with her and she know all your little, and you, either your secrecies and your weaknesses, your little quirks, so to speak, your flaws. The first time y'all fall out, here she come. And that's when men get what? Get physical. Why? Because they hit that nerve. They hit a nerve, okay? And when you don't have self-discipline, you're going to react. That's why self-discipline leads to self-mastery. You can't be a master of self if you got people who can say things to you to get your goat, get you all riled up, get you crazy when you want to actually hit them. If you let a woman antagonize you with words, you weak. Why? She's telling the truth, obviously. The truth hurts. So now what you want to do? Hurt people, hurt people. You hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. And obviously, ain't nothing like a woman's going. Hell has no, trust me, ain't nothing worse than a pissed off female, dog. You don't want to piss them off. I learned that life lesson too. Trust me, we all do. Well, I ain't the only one, and you ain't either. Because it's your individual situation, don't make it no different. We all had it. Understand that. Moving on. I remember when I was practicing self-discipline, people was getting not too nice with me. Why? Because I'm not giving in. I'm not changing. Okay, I'm standing fast on what I believe. And when it's in their favor, it's cool. But when they ain't agreeing with it, see? But I don't do this for you, I do it for me. And when I was practicing my disciplined lifestyle, that was over 10 10 years ago now that I've been teaching it to other people after practice for 20 myself. I didn't just come out here, no. I covered every inch of my right thinking philosophy before I bring it to the public. So yeah, and with self-discipline and understand this right thinkers and religious, I don't care what you do, self-discipline is the key to opening that door to what? Self-mastery. And without discipline, you have no self-control over other aspects of your character. And if you can't control your emotions, if you can't get thick-skinned and have people say negative stuff about you, you're going to have problems. And that ain't mastery. That ain't self-mastery. When you get to that point, that's when you know you reached the level. I do things now, I say, I'm getting better. I know I'm getting better. Why? It's good to change in a better way. So change is good if it's for the better. No change for the worse, that's even worse. But no change ain't good either. Moving on, I'm just saying, we all should change. All right, self-discipline is, again, that key that opened that door to self-mastery for me. Why? Because that's what did it for me. Again, I'm speaking from experience, but I'm speaking, again, with self-mastery. You won't be, the victim of any addictions that goes against what you think is best for you. Drug use, alcohol, cigarette, womanizing, all these things that don't help you. If you can't stop doing them, knowing they're not good, you'll never reach self-mastery because you never have discipline to not do these things. If it ain't good, I ain't doing it. If it ain't right for me, I ain't doing it. Well, no. I can make that decision right just like that. Why? That's how again, self-discipline. I'm not doing things that don't benefit me or that can kill me or hurt me. Man, that's crazy. Okay? Besides being a Capricorn, true to my sign, I practice my self-discipline by showing no emotions. I don't give a crap. Okay, I don't know. Send me for that. Why? I don't let my emotions control the situation. I'm going to take my emotions out of the situation and I'm going to deal with it for what it is. People don't like that. They want you to feel for them. I ain't got to do it. I don't do that. Why? That's what they want. They want your compassion. They want your empathy. Let me know what's going on first. Inform me what's happening. Damn my feelings. No, give me the truth. Give me the facts. I ain't got to be. I hate when people try to lead you. Now, I want you to just start telling me what you need to tell me. Stop setting me up. I hate that. I hate being set up. Okay? Let me let alone try to, get you on their side. I don't play sides. I don't play favorites. Simple as that. Okay? But beside me being Capricorn being that way, I practice that. People think I'm just cold-hearted. If I have to be, I know that. But moving on, that's neither here nor there. But again, with discipline, you can seem that way. But I know better. Okay. But what's this? If I had to stop doing something that I like that. I like that. All that stuff that wasn't good, I liked it, but that's why I can't stop doing it because I like it. There's no reason to keep doing something that don't do you no good. I ain't selling it. I sure ain't gonna be using it. Moving on. Okay, that's discipline again. So I'm able to do that. When you're able to stop doing something that's not good for you, okay, that's when self-discipline leads to self-mastery. You have to implement it. You can't think it. You can't wish it and hope it. No, you can't even talk it. You have to live it. That's the difference. And when you do that, that's the results of doing just that. All right, let me take it on there. Now, I can go from loving you to hating you from 0 to 60 and go right back to ain't done 20 about it. But I thought you loved me. Yeah. But if I have to, I'll do it without you. Love don't mean nothing to me. Why? It's just an emotion. I got control over that too. Oh, you control who you love? Yeah. Yeah, why? I think first. I feel second. We all usually do it backwards. And we end up, that's that bad decision. Yeah? Okay, Monday morning quarterbacks. Okay? If you think before, don't worry about being a Monday morning quarterback. That's my point. And when you able to do that, control you, and what? Your desires that make you feel good. Okay, it's easy to give up something that you don't care about. When you sacrifice, you ain't got to kill nobody. Just take something away from yourself to show you are disciplined enough to go without it. We fast. We do the thing charged at my church. We might do. We just find something to give us a reason to go for a fast for 30 days, just to prove what to the Lord that we can put it back. Do without it. That's just little things you do, little practice stuff that you can show yourself how good your willpower is. So again, I won't let my ego or my emotions or anyone else control me. Again. When you let people get put your heartstrings, you get caught up in all that takes away your ability to think clearly. Okay, understand that. And I have, at this point, self-control, self-discipline. You can't get me to do that. Why? I'm not doing that. Simple as that. And again, my discernment, which is represented by Anubis, jackal-headed God, he represents your ability to know right from wrong. You can hear lies. You can sense bullshit. That's, you supposed to have that quality. I got mine from the streets. It just slid over into what? Spirituality. I can tell a spiritual person from a liar real quick. They'll never know. Why? I ain't gonna tell them. I just know. I got x-ray vision. I'm a Superman. You can see through people. I see what you ain't looking at. Moving on. I've been doing it for years. But it's because my discernment is sharp. Also, I know within a few seconds if you're real or not, or what you claim to be. Just like on the corner. I don't know if you come to buy drugs or try to lock me up or set me up. Never got had. Moving on. Discernment was sharp. Okay. Wrapping it up. Again, self-discipline is having that ego in check. That's the first step on the ladder to self-mastery. Remember, your ego is what killed your father. Your ego represents your evil uncle, which is Set, which we gave him identity for that purpose. You can identify with him, understand him, so what? You can conquer him. When you conquer him, he'll work for you. That's what the ego should do. Be under your control, not controlling you. That's the difference. And I know how to maintain my cool. But I learned that from the streets. When I got knowledge, it's the same thing. So I feel right on in. I'm right at home. Cool. But in any life situation, that's self-discipline. When I was in the streets, maintaining my cool was just how I carry myself. You ain't never see me freak out. You ain't never see me panic. You ain't never see me lose it. In every situation, good or bad, I was cool. Moving on. And that was one of my personal traits. My wife, I always wanted to have my integrity in check. I'm not going to flip out. Nope. Ain't going to do it. If you expect me to act the fool, don't worry about it. You'll be expecting a long time. I'm not going to do that. Never did, never will. I learned that a long time ago. Now I just perfected it. That's good. All right, maybe I just think I appreciate you. Egotistical people, that means ignorant people who believe they know something, okay, have no self-discipline. They're going to do whatever makes them feel good. Whatever they think they need, that's what they're going to do. If that means they will do that too, okay? Why? Because they don't know God. They just know themselves. The ego edged God out. The acronym for ego is edge God out. They give you that for a reason. They keep telling you that for a reason. When God isn't in the mix, you got the devil. If you're in opposition to God, you're the devil. If you ain't doing God work, you're the devil. You get the concept? So this fictitious person, no, it ain't. It's you. Simple as that. Moving on, I'll give it to you straight. Good Christians, and I know a lot of them now, show what? Great self-discipline. Why? They hold themselves accountable to follow them commandments. And that ain't easy to do. That's why, and I respect them for that. By living righteous when daily, they're good people. My church people, they just good people. Not just in church. That's my point right there. Okay, wrapping it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Self-discipline is a must. You want to be, you must master self-discipline. If you want to be a God servant, why? God ain't going for that nonsense. That's why. And I'm a God servant. Are you? I hope you took a lesson. Right thinkers make you all there to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who really starting to get self-discipline have passed away. I'm out.